Good morning. Taking a detox bath to remove toxins with some red light therapy. Because it felt like it was time. And I wanted to share with you some energies that are bubbling forth right now in the collective, in the hopes that maybe this helps people to navigate the challenges that they're facing right now. I invite you to take a look around you at some of the themes that you are witnessing, whether it's in the community, whether it's in your own personal lives, whether it's in experiences of loved ones around. Really taking a look at what are the takeaways, what are the overall lessons that we're being invited to witness. I'm observing a lot of endings right now, whether it's literal, like through fire, or other devastations that we're witnessing around the world and even in our local communities. And fire is an element that comes in, completely transforms, causes a death of one way of living in efforts to usher in a new beginning in a very real sense. What symbolic deaths are happening around also? For example, shifts in relationships that are valuable or have been valuable in the past. Either the relationship is coming to an end or there is a very huge paradigm shift that is bringing forward change in these individuals' lives. But I want to emphasize that these events are all happening for us, not to us. I've said this before many times, but this is coming up as a reminder right now so that we can shift the way that we're viewing these experiences. That goes for absolutely anything and everyone in our lives and the struggles that they face. Are they seeing them as struggles? Or are they witnessing the opportunities that are here to bring mass transformation? All of the structures are collapsing right now. Some of them literal and some of them are symbolic. But this is supposed to happen. We're here now. And the very thing that some of us knew was coming is in fact here. And this is what we're witnessing. And it elicits extreme volatile emotions for some. And for some, it's resistance to the surrender. Now, for the younger souls, resistance might make sense when you're seeing something that your body has a visceral reaction to. There's lots of that going around right now, right? There's lots that we don't like. There's lots of reasons not to like certain things that we're seeing. Most people don't understand the position that I've taken over the last, let's say, 6 years. Because they've only known my deep spiritual side, and they can't understand why I would not be taking certain sides. But it's because of this deep-rooted spirituality that I have, and this deep, abiding faith that I have, that I can't afford at times to be non-reactive to what I see. And the reason for that is not just a willing passiveness to not participate. It's actually quite the opposite. I am participating by plugging in wisdom that helps remind people that everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. And we can say these words. We can say we have faith. We can say that some of us attend church weekly and that we are very dedicated to learning the Bible more, or just being good humans and doing the right thing. But what does that actually mean? Who are you when no one is looking? Do you have integrity of word? Are you behaving in every aspect of your life the way that you are requiring other humans to behave? There's lots of finger pointing going on right now. There's lots of that, and disgust and hatred and vitriol, because certain individuals, in a way, are not identifying and owning their part in this energetic collective. So what does that mean? Like, am I never supposed to be emotional about politics or what I see going on around me in the world with social issues? Of course, that's not what it means. It means that you're not reacting based purely on emotion. It means that there is a balance of heart and mind. And I want to repeat that again because it freaking matters right now. We have to have a balance of heart and mind. I'm not saying I've always had that. I'm not saying there aren't times when I have reacted, because I'm human and absolutely that happens for me sometimes. But my intention is pure. And so I'm always scanning for the pathways that lead to compassion, that lead to deeper understanding of my fellow humans. And some days that's an extremely difficult task. I do not agree with a lot of you all. And I don't expect you to agree with me either on everything. But I do command respect just as I would give it. You can hold whatever beliefs and paradigms that you want to hold. And I will respect that. I may not agree with you, and that needs to be perfectly okay. Just as when I express something that you don't understand, how about you send me a loving message saying, hey, I saw that you said this and I want to understand it better. Why don't we have these conversations anymore? Why is this so unbelievably uncomfortable? Because we've closed our minds to other perspectives other than our own. We live in our own bubbles of reality, but I will be damned if that energy controls me. I will always make room for someone else to have an opinion that it differs from my own. Why? Because my core values will not allow anything else. I think most individuals have not gotten clear on what they hold truly. This may trigger a few people. I think many individuals are holding values that someone else outside of them told them to hold, and that has just become comfortable. Yeah, sit with that. As will I. When someone brings something to me that they disagree with, I absolutely, every time, will sit with it and come back with a kind and respectful response. But I don't see the same respect given right now. We have to do better. We're expecting the world to change without changing our inner world. It starts within. Period. End of story. It starts within. We have our own universe within us that will mirror what we are projecting out to the world. So number one, you have to show up and be authentic with yourself, because the frequency that you are sending out is the one that you're going to get back. So if you think that you are at one particular place and the universe is showing up with something else and you're like, oh, I didn't ask for that. I did not put that order into the universe. I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm going to call bullshit right now. You did, with your frequency, with the thought patterns and belief systems that you're holding that you are not aware that you're holding. And I know this because I have really dug in deep over the last many years to clean out my proverbial closet. I will express deep passions for my truth, but I will do it with respect. And I think that we all need to take a deeper look within. How are you contributing right now to the hatred that's going on in the world? How are you contributing to the collective angst, the collective fears? Are you adding to them, or are you creating light? Or are you blazing a new path, one that's admirable, one that is inspirational? Maybe that's not a goal. But I want people to understand that for me, it is a goal. If I've ever offended anybody else, I deeply apologize from the depths of my soul. That is never an intention. I am very deeply passionate about the direction that I'm going. And the direction is based upon my internal reality. I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. And I expect others to make mistakes. That's how we're learning. But we've got to make sure that our expectations of the outside world are matching up the expectations that we have for our own selves to be better human beings, period. End of story. That's the end of my rant for today. I just wanted an opportunity to explain why some of you loved ones and dear friends might be confused by some things that you see from me. And I want you to know that it is always with careful consideration. And if there's something that I see in others that is making me curious or confused about an individual, I will give them the benefit of the doubt if I know that their heart is mostly pure. But I don't see that same level of respect at times. And we all need to show up, and we all need to do our part in the ways that we can, by being integral with our word, by being clear on where we're going and what we are looking to accomplish, and also being clear on what old patterns are getting in the way of us seeing this beautiful projection of reality that could be possible for each of us. I wish you all deep strength and courage to show up for yourselves each day and live the life that you were intended, with little fear and limitation. I love every one of my friends and family, loved ones, contacts, acquaintances. I have deep love for everyone and compassion for everyone's walk on this earth. And I hope that that is conveyed more than anything. All right. So much love to you all. Take care.